Ma, when are you going to give up? You got a bachelor on your hands. I ain't never going to get married.
You're going to get married.
Ma, sooner or later, there comes a point in a man's life when he's got to face some facts. And one fact I got to face is that whatever it is that women like, I ain't got it. I chased after enough girls in my life. I went to enough dances. I got hurt enough. I don't want to get hurt no more.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another classic movie review / recommendation. Today we're going to be talking about a film that I was first introduced to years ago on TCM, but I never finished watching it all the way, so when I saw it streaming on Amazon Prime, I thought I would give it another shot because it's supposed to be a really good movie, one of those. And oh my gosh, was it a really good movie. So I'm excited to be talking about it today. The movie is the 1955 romantic comedy Marty, starring Ernest Borgnine and Betsy Blair, directed by Delbert Mann. Now this movie has received so many Academy Awards, Best Film, Best Screenplay, Best Director, Best Actor, and it's so deserving of all of these because it's such an amazingly simple yet so incredibly beautiful love story, and it's so funny and charming, and Ernest Borgnine is the most lovable leading man ever. So let's talk about Marty. Set in the Bronx during the mid-1950s, Marty is the story of a man who finds a chance at happiness after a serendipitous meeting with a woman during a night out. Marty Poletti is a 34-year-old bachelor with dreams of owning his own butcher shop one day, but for now he is stuck serving orders for some very judgmental customers and spending time with his friends who are also bachelors like he is.
When are you going to get married, Marty? You should be ashamed yourself. All your brothers and sisters younger than you, they get married, they got the children.
Marty lives with his very traditional Italian mother, who is very concerned with the fact that he is still single while all of his siblings have been married, and that he seems to have given up on the idea of marriage altogether. Poor Marty hears concerns about his relationship status all the time from his friends, from his family members, so one night, in order to appease his mother's badgering, sorry for that thunder in the background, Marty agrees to go out to a dance hall with one of his friends in hopes of meeting a woman. It's here that he meets Clara, a 29-year-old high school science teacher who was dumped by her date for the evening when he ran off to find someone who he thought was more pretty than she was. Marty goes out to console Claire when he sees her crying, and they end up spending the entire night together talking and getting to know each other, talking about their future and their dreams and their goals and their aspirations, and it is just such a beautiful, sweet progression of a first date where you see these two people really just become infatuated with each other. And you cannot help but smile like a fool the entire time watching them together because Marty is so sweet and genuine and clumsy in his excitement, his adoration of Clara. And it's just such a beautiful thing to watch.
Boy, am I talking. Excuse me. I never talked so much in all my life. Usually everybody comes up to me and tells me all their troubles. Well, I'm going to shut up now and let you get a word in. Yeah, 17 years ago. What I've been doing myself all that time? Well, there I go again. I must be driving you crazy. Most of the time I'm with a girl, I can't find a word to say. Well, I'm going to shut up now and let you get a word in. Because usually I'm not like this. Usually there I go again. I can't stop talking.
Ernest Borgnine and Betsy Blair knocked their performances out of the park as Marty and Clara, especially Ernest Borgnine. He is so phenomenal in this role, and this movie is actually considered a character study of Marty Poletti. And he's the most unconventional leading man ever, and I love that he is, because he's not the typical Hollywood lead that you would associate with a romance movie, and it just makes it so enjoyable to watch a character that's so real and genuine go after something and make him happy. I actually love how the movie portrays his friends, his really toxic loser friends, all throughout the film. You can see how different their values are as opposed to Marty's, and you realize Marty is not at all like these guys. He might have fallen into them just out of habit, the people that he grew up with, his neighbors, but he is so different from them, and that's why Clara likes him so much, because he's such a good guy.
George, what are you doing tonight?
What are you doing tonight? I don't know. What are you doing tonight? The burlesque, Louis Paradise, miserable and lonely and stupid. What am I, crazy or something? I got something good here. What am I hanging around with you guys for?
It's so cathartic to finally see him stand up to his loser friends at the end of the movie. You just cannot help but cheer for him, because this is such a proud moment for him, and it's so encouraging to see a man reach for that confidence and just go for it. Paddy Chayefsky wrote the screenplay for Marty, which was adapted from his made-for-television play of the same name. He wrote, "I set out in Marty to write a love story, the most ordinary love story in the world. I didn't want my hero to be handsome, and I didn't want the girl to be pretty. I wanted to write a love story the way it would literally have happened to the kind of people I know." And Marty is so different than the typical big, glamorous love story movies of classic Hollywood that I adore. And while I do love those movies so much, Marty tackles something different because the leading love interests, they aren't charming, they're not suave, they're not poised, they're not glossy. They're real, and you get to see them talk about their insecurities.
Blue suit, gray suit. I'm just a fat little man, a fat, ugly man.
You not ugly.
I'm ugly.
Marty.
Ma, leave me alone!
The way that Claire is talked about in the movie is so heartbreaking and sad because she is dumped on by everybody. Even Marty's mother has really nasty comments about her. And this is something that I don't think has changed today even. There is such this importance and value put on her age, and she's only 29 in the film, and that is something that hasn't gone away today. It's such a weird standard that is placed on people. And so I really love that Marty looks at these issues, and even though you have these two characters who don't think themselves attractive, they don't think themselves as a catch or successful, when you see them together and you see how happy they make each other, it is such a beautiful thing. And you don't see their physical appearance, you just see these two people who are happy together and could be most likely falling in love instantly. I love this movie so much. And while I do love those big, glamorous romance stories, Marty's very different in the best kind of way. Marty is a film that absolutely everybody should watch, especially those of us who are hopeful romantics or those of us who need a confidence boost or have any insecurities about your physical appearance. This is definitely such a heartwarming and sweet movie that you have to watch it, you have to experience it, and hopefully it will give you a little bit of hope about a man who found his own happiness, and you can too. So thanks for watching my review, guys, and if you want to join, we watch classic movies every Sunday. Last week we watched Dirty Harry, which was phenomenal. I had never seen it before, so I will have a review on that coming up as well. But yeah, if you want to join us, just shoot me a message below and I'll organize it, and I hope you have a good week. All right, bye.